A Journal of the Terror is a book published by the Folio Society that collects 2 accounts of the final days of Louis XVI, the King of France who was deposed and executed during the French Revolution. The first account comes from the journals of Jean-Baptiste Cléry, the valet-de-chambre of the king during his months of imprisonment at the Tower of the Temple. Cléry kept this account despite the fact that discovery by the ever-watchful municipal guardsmen would have meant almost certain death, and vividly describes the increasing harshness and vindictiveness with which the royal family was treated. The second, shorter account is offered by Edgeworth de Firmont, the king's confessor, who accompanied the king to the scaffold on the day of his execution by guillotine. This edition was published in 2002, but is based on an earlier edition of 1955 and 1974. Internally, the text of the editions is identical. This edition is simply a photographic reproduction of the previous edition's text, which was originally printed letterpress in the edition of 1955. This edition, though, replaces the black and white illustrations of its predecessors with colour plates. The volume is presented in a plain maroon slipcase. It is quarter-bound in maroon buckram with paper sides. The spine is printed with the title and the Folio Society colophon. Both the front and back cover are printed with an engraving of the immediate aftermath of Louis XVI's execution. The join between buckram and paper is embellished with a gilt trim, which is a nice touch. The binding is sewn with maroon and yellow head and tail bands, while the end papers are also maroon. The text is printed on Caxton wove paper and set in Fornia, with the occasional use of drop caps. There is a floor plan diagram of the tower printed on the same Caxton wove paper, plus a frontispiece and 8 colour plates that are all printed on glossy photographic paper. A brief introduction and postscript offer wider background on the French Revolution and the subsequent lives of Cléry and de Firmont. This book comes highly recommended. It offers an intimate and quite moving account of historically significant events that would otherwise have remained hidden from public view.